Relationship dynamics.
Actually, play no games.
Oh, we're switching it. I am so sorry.
This is this is lovely.
Stressed.
No stress because we don't want to confuse you guys. We're fusing it all together, and we're this. And as you already know, hopefully you listened to my last video, empowerment, guidance, and just really authentically being yourselves. And we're still going to keep some of the aspects of Play No Games, but you know, I would say this is Play No Games under construction. The next couple of videos you all gonna see, we're working some things out. Mm-hmm. I told, you know, the big dog it's gonna look different. It's gonna look different in the next couple of videos.
Metamorphosis, we are.
And because we know what we can give you. So I think we'll get off a little old school. Mm-hmm. Adriana, what are you playing no games about?
Myself.
Ooh.
I'm playing no games about myself.
Ooh.
And my peace.
Ooh. Who disturbing your peace?
Nobody right now.
Ooh.
That's the key.
That's it?
Oh shoot.
Oh no. You that's
it. Myself and my peace.
Okay.
I'm not playing games about myself or my peace.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm trying to bring peace to others.
Fair. Okay. What I play no games about? I play no games about ending the year strong.
Nice.
Ending the year strong to me looks like not just work. Ending the year strong looks like having fun, doing fun things, and just really being in the spirit. I will say this, fellas. There's something about a woman's touch, and I'll just say, when the woman makes the house a home, it just it feels better. Like, don't get me wrong, like I can live like a
no, you're 100% right.
Like a guy, I can live like a. But it's just something for me. It's just like there's like a beauty of like seeing the holidays through a woman's eyes, and it's just like it makes you light up as a kid. Because I'm a big kid a little bit, but like seeing it like, oh, we gotta decorate the house with this, and then especially when we have kids. And I think as guys sometimes we can take for granted because we's like, how much the lights gonna cost?
Right. What's the bill gonna hit me for?
My pancreas. And I think for me this year, as I'm still we still checking the cost, but I just want to keep that lens because I know when I work with my nieces and things like that, like I get that magic, and like, oh, because I get down to their level. But fellas, make sure you get down to the level of your ladies, because if she's doing up the house, she cares about you.
100%. That's love.
I know.
That's love.
Do you be decorating for the holidays?
I do.
See, I
didn't do anything last year because I just moved, but I just got all my little iridescent, little Stranger Thing lights, whatever the word is.
I'm not gonna judge you.
Put them on my Monstera at home, and we're good. And we're good. A couple little ornaments around here. Buy myself a gift. Might wrap it.
So you wrap yourself your own gift?
You know.
Hey, I ain't mad at it.
It's little things.
I ain't mad at it. Real quick thing, we'll get started with today. Rank these holidays: Christmas, Halloween, Thanksgiving, your birthday, New Year's.
So, what's crazy about that is my birthday is the 5th of January. So all this runs in like this same amount of like a very short amount of time for me. So it kind of goes 5. Wait, what'd you list 4?
I got 5.
At the bottom is Halloween.
Okay.
Thanksgiving, Christmas, and then my birthday. It's number 1. And that's been like my lifestyle since I could form a memory. Because, you know, shout out to Mom Dukes. She made that, like, this period of time was the most special time. You know, got candy, got food, got double the gifts. Had to convince her my birthday wasn't until next year, so I didn't have to get, you know, the little Christmas next to your birthday. Girl, that's 12 months apart. So, it's always a great time. So I rank it just like that.
Okay.
Oh, you said New Year's. Yes.
It's okay.
My bad, I missed that. New Year's is great. New beginnings. I kind of make my birthday my New Year. But my dad's birthday is on New Year's, so I celebrate him.
Pops.
Yes, got to.
I think we should just get straight into our first topic for today.
Yes, we should. Wait, no. Where do you rank your holidays?
Me? Oh, damn. Holidays. Halloween 5.
Okay.
Halloween.
Do you dress up?
No.
Okay.
I would.
Yeah.
Like, if there was like a party, I would. I'm not like super anti, but for me, if I'm dressing up, it's gotta look like really nice.
Yeah.
Shout
like
out to
an
my
anime
sister.
character.
That too.
Yeah.
Shout out to my sister. Like, she does Halloween really well. With her and her family, like, I would want to do it like that. Like, for me, I couldn't go to Spirit of Halloween and just get a screen mask and go.
No.
you know.
I mean,
So I would say Halloween. I like Thanksgiving, but I just like Thanksgiving for just the food,
family.
strictly food and family, and then I'm gonna have to go New Year's. I do enjoy New Year's, not for New Year's resolutions, but it's like a second birthday, if you would have. Where it's like, man, I've been on this planet for this long, like gratitude, like gratitude for that.
Nice.
So I'm always trying to better myself, so I don't need a day. Like, it's just like, damn, I lived on God's rock, floating rock for this long.
Yeah.
Cheers to that. And then we gotta have Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
Christmas is one of my favorite holidays of all time. Presents.
Yes.
Presents.
Mm-hmm.
I'm born in this month.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, number one's my birthday, but Christmas. It's just like, I will say this. I don't know if you ever noticed. I know in the month of December, I feel like people are nicer.
For sure.
Yeah.
Spreading holiday cheer.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
So it's like, why can't we do this in February?
That's true. Because we're all just happy to see everything decorated and everything's pretty and aesthetic and,
Yeah.
the lights are confusing and distracting from our actual emotions. Oh yeah.
Well, I
What?
I actually think that's a great segue.
Okay. All right.
Speaking of internal emotions, what are we starting off? What's our first topic today?
We're talking about self-empowerment
Mm.
and bringing peace into our lives and trusting ourselves.
So I actually think that's a really good topic because when we talk about self, I think at times where, like, when people go to the gym, they're like, oh, I've met this goal and now I'm done. The gym is a lifestyle. You're always going to have to keep up on your body. You're always going to have to, like, do that. But when it comes to, like, ourselves, like, I feel like you read one self-help book or you listen to one podcast and you're like, oh,
I'm good.
I'm good. But it's like the continual maintenance of like self. So like, yeah. So it's like always interesting of like, when is those times where you have to like really work on yourself?
Right. No, we are always growing and changing within ourselves, and it's really recognizing what we don't like about ourselves. What could we tweak to get the results that we are looking for? Because sometimes we're like in our own way, for the most part. Where that is, we're procrastinating, not getting enough rest, not looking for the right opportunities, or spending time with a person that you shouldn't. Like, just there's a lot of different ways.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like going off the experiences that you have, especially using other people as a guidance as well, besides yourself, to really just learn what your habits should be to be healthy and at peace.
Ooh. The habits and what someone knows is healthy, because
True.
For me, when you say that, it took me a little bit to figure out what was like my inner health and peace. And I literally was just talking about Japan, and I was like, I forgot a piece of like the joy, because I'm gonna be honest with you, when I don't know, man, how you feel, but like sometimes when I look at certain things, it's in the comparison where like I need to compete, or if I don't do this, will my girl see me in this way, will my family see me in this way, where like, everyone across the board has their plights, but internally that can get inside of you. And like when we talk about internal voices and the insides of like, are you really taking care of yourself, that can be disguised as a lot of like negative self-talk.
Yeah.
So I think for me, what I was able to find what was healthy was like, what is something I can do and I don't care about the results.
Right.
Like, genuinely, like, I'm happy. So I'm out myself, because I told y'all, even though I'm not going to tell you everything about me, I'm gonna be a little bit more. No, you gotta protect that. You gotta protect a little bit of that. Like for me, I know y'all gonna laugh at me. One of the like dopest places like I really like get work done, but also I'm at peace is like I chill on my stairs. Like on my stairs, it's like weird. It's out long. It's like up long. It's just like for me, like chilling on my stairs is like my place of like.
Mine's my car.
Damn.
Mine's my car. I'll spend 10 minutes outside my house just thinking, scrolling, just having that time before I like enter my home and see something I need or want to do.
Yeah.
You know, or like I also have a dog. So I'm just like, let me just take this moment while I'm in transition of work or wherever I was doing out in the world to my house.
And how do you talk to yourself when you're in the car?
How do I talk to myself?
Yeah.
I mostly reflect on how my day actually was.
Really?
You know, and like try to be as honest with it as it is, or as I can be. Just because sometimes, you know, you're going through chaos or something bothered you, kind of like shelf it and you be like, it's okay, it's fine. But sometimes you need to address that. Like whether it was you know, you had a great day, and you just didn't have time to experience the joy of it. It's kind of like just reflecting on how my day actually was so I can go into my home and not carry that energy or bring the happy energy into it. Sorry, y'all.
I'll cut that.
Excuse me. Yeah.
I got you. So I think the part that I at least wanted to like bring in as well were I think a lot of humans, we are on autopilot.
Right.
And like we're trying to get a lot of stuff done. And I think the thing is like, how do you notice when you aren't taking care of that inner self? You aren't talking to yourself? Because I know I can pick on something for my own right, but like, like, it's like, how do you know that you are taking care of yourself?
Sorry, swallow my
I'm gonna be 1,000% honest with it. Like, how do you like? We just talked about safe space. I talked about the stairs. Whoop whoop whoop. How do you know when you're talking down to yourself?
It's one of two reactions, and I prefer one to the other. I become reserved and quiet. Like I'm not really like outgoing or myself. I'm kind of just like internal turmoil, questioning. Like I know I feel negatively, so I kind of try not to be outward with anything because I don't want to take it out on anyone. The second part would be my responses to people, places, things, stimuli is a lot more harsh than it would be if I wasn't having that thought process going through my head. Yeah. So definitely like, you know, hearing what I might have patience for something and like a more at peace mind than I wouldn't. And my reaction would be, you know, dumb. I feel like that's a dumb question. So I'm going to respond almost in a rude way, you know, and I try to catch myself before that happens because that's like spreading the negative or, you know, I'm giving someone maybe the same thoughts to question themselves or like feel, you know, that they did something wrong or they're not living up to something that they should be doing by like snapping on something simple, you know? So it's like, you know, it's like if someone asks me something, just answer it. Don't be like, well, you know the answer. Yeah. You know?
It's the season to trust yourself. And when I say 'tis the season, trust yourself, where self-doubt can come in many forms. And just as much as in my opinion, I feel like the holidays can breed, you know, family, love. It can also be like super negative. Yeah. And that's how you even start your year. And that's why people are so attractive to make the New Year's resolution. But when you're not constantly working on yourself, you know, it's the season to always trust yourself. Right. And I think we can kind of like lose that when we don't get the results that we want. Right. Because I don't know how you feel, but I feel that we have to fight and we live life in comparison. Yeah. Like these devices, like don't get me wrong. I like the pivot where we're going with the content because something that's negative is going to go 10 times more viral than just us having this conversation of like how we are trying to trust ourselves, where I'm going to sleep better knowing that whoever gets this, it helps them, whether it's 1 million people, 9 million people. And I think that's something that I'm more okay with because how I'm talking to you is like I trust every word that's coming out of me because it's, you know, I'm saying my prior content wasn't my authentic me, but it was like, all right, you know, I don't want to get canceled.
Yeah.
I gotta protect this, but like there's an air of like when you trust yourself, it's gonna go to the right people. And I think before you can even do the stuff that we're doing right here, there's like the air of like, I trust yourself, I trust me. And in a world where, and I'm gonna say all the isms, black woman, light skin, working, all the different things, like how do you trust yourself and have like that for yourself, because there's so many ways to knock you off from not even like taking that inner voice. Like how do you even block all that out?
It's genuinely a lot. So I mentioned my mother, she's no longer with us, and it's been about 12 years. And so like this is the hardest time of the year for me, basically. But it's gotten to a point where I no longer question how I'm feeling. I kind of just ride the wave of my emotions. When it comes to like knowing, okay, I'm waking up a little sad today, and kind of like why, and then searching instead of trying to protect myself or not have vulnerability for that emotion, I accept it, I sit with it, and let it pass so it doesn't affect how I treat myself and others throughout the day. And that's every day, you know, with losing a parent or anyone in your life. But as far as like, you know, being a black woman, I work in, you know, a predominantly white city, and, you know, and I find myself like, should I censor myself so people aren't like loud black attitude, you know, things like that.
You're not loud.
I'm not loud.
Not at all.
Not at all. But it's just like, I also have come to a place where I'm sure of self, and I recognize a lot of things because I'm also black, but I also know I'm light skinned, so I also know I have certain more privileges than the average black woman just based off my skin color. So I have to have respect for that regard, and, you know, and being a woman in general. Working around men, and, you know, hearing certain comments where, you know, in a professional setting, I kind of have to like correct it professionally if I'm going to, if not, or where it's like in a personal world at a club, it's corrected. But then again, it's like, well, am I seen as like a black woman just being mad for no reason, or like is someone going to respect that I have an opinion or felt like I need to defend myself? And then it's also like it get broader. It's like, well, there's black men around me, why aren't the black men defending me? Like, you know, it's just, so it's more so just like I let what I can control to the best of my ability affect my mood, because sometimes there's a little flare up or whatever, but, you know, I try to like rely on understanding people's intentions and understanding that whether it was offensive to me or what other people do, I can't control. So I have to just live within the certainty I have of myself.
Wow.
If that makes sense.
Oh, yeah, okay. No. And even like what you just right there, I think as humans, did that make sense? Yeah. It's just, I want to be understood, like trusting. I 110%, like that is, I call that the residuals of the world. Yeah. Where you just want to make sure, where trusting yourself, I say what I say. Yeah, right. But like there's an energy with it, because like the energy I just brought with it too could also be like, oh, like I don't need that false bravado. But like, I think if I'm being like supremely honest with you, you just talked about a complexity of like being human. And what we do here at the Play No Games podcast is we humanize the human complexity. And that is one facet of the human complexity, and what you have to do to navigate through that, because wanting to be understood, wanting to be comfortable is difficult. And I think when it comes back to like tying all together, is trusting yourself is a 24/7 thing. And sometimes the emotions you feel, or the emotions I feel, you do have to trust it, but you also have to challenge that too on the inside. And it can be hard with all the things that go on within a day. Right. And I appreciate you sharing about how the holidays are hard for you, because there are times where you have to pick yourself up by the bootstraps and to not let that emotion dominate you, or when to know to feel that emotion.
Yeah.
And it's hard because it's about choice. It's like choosing what part of me am I going to trust in this moment. And I think we do get it wrong sometimes, and it's about having that grace. And we were kind of talking about this before, but it seems like you've been having a lot of grace with yourself, with trusting what you need in that moment, even if it was the wrong thing. And I appreciate you sharing that with me today, because just as much as you mentioned, it's hard for me too as well. We're like trusting, because like I think we all try to like walk this line of perfection, and it's that perfection versus goodness, where like perfection is the enemy of goodness, because no one's ever gonna be perfect.
And I'm okay with not being perfect. I am rested that my recipe for mac and cheese may not be liked by somebody else, or who I just am as a person, like, is what I'm saying. I am not everyone's flavor. I could be an apple Kit Kat. You might not like me.
Apple Kit Kats are fire.
They are.
Moderation. It's a moderation chocolate. No, I appreciate that. And I would say the nutrients out of this is, what this is the season to trust yourself. Trusting yourself now. And on top of trusting yourself is trusting what you need in the moment. And if the results don't feedback how you want, that's about you having that reflection to sit with it. And that's also trusting the emotions. And you can't deal with like decision fatigue of like life. So try not to be so hard on yourself, and use kind words when you're navigating through the BS. And
failures are lessons. Like trying to find something new leads you into, you're going the path that you're supposed to go. So I just have to resonate that the journey may be rough, but it is a journey I'm meant to be on. And it's only brought me closer to feeling more sure of myself, and I can only be happy about that at this point. Has it taken a while? Yeah. Would I have appreciated it taking less time? Of course, but that's not for me to say. So
that's a life well lived. Last topic, then we're gonna get out of here. So there's gonna be a part 2, because I want to give credit where credit is due. A content creator, a great man. He was kind of talking about vulnerability for men, and I think I was saving this for me, you, and T, so we can kind of have this.
I miss you, Tommy.
I know, he's a great guy. But we're gonna do a part 1, part 2 to it. So I definitely want to get Adrian's side to this, but today's topic, to end us out today, is the difference between vulnerability and emotional transparency. And one of the things I learned from the video, and I can also see as a professional, is when we talk about vulnerability is, to not be protected at all. And I have a question for you, Adriana. When I say vulnerability, how does that come off to you?
Vulnerability, I'm trying to be as transparent as I can. Vulnerability to me is saying how I feel. This is one of my points of vulnerability, because of a lot, but I'm in this regard, it's saying how I feel without feeling like I'm giving myself away, or giving like my armor away, because you want to feel protected. I don't want to feel like I'm letting my walls down to get attacked for saying how I feel, or where I'm coming from, or backing somebody up, or there's many ways to feel vulnerable, but it's just keeping, or maybe like sorry, I'm in process of thought while talking, but maybe just also being okay with having no armor while I say the things I need to say, so they can come across the way they need to come off.
Okay. So, okay, cool. Next.
Yeah. Sorry. I'm like popping my knuckles in the mic.
It's okay. When I say emotional transparency, what does that mean to you?
That, and I feel like I'm wrong when I say this, but I'm gonna tell you how I feel when I say it. I feel like it's saying what I'm thinking, and a lot of so backstory. A lot of the times I'll think something and I try to correct how it's being said to not offend someone else, but it takes away how I'm truly feeling, because I'm also trying, one, protect their defensiveness that they might like, or the offense, whatever, bounce back to me, and I'm also trying to protect their feelings as well. Emotional transparency to me is me thinking it, saying it, which I am wrong, I feel like, but that's how it is, because I always feel like whenever I think something, I process it for too long and I correct it to fit someone else's emotions.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in this video, and I'll I hope to tag where this came from. So we have this gentleman who's also been on Mel Robinson's podcast. He has like a book. He works with like young men in his karate dojo, and he kind of breaks it down of like men having more emotional intelligence. And he had like a pretty controversial video of like men shouldn't be vulnerable. They need to be emotionally transparent because we're wired to protect. And why would we just want to just like not want to like protect or do anything of that manner? So for me, I like really took the video that he was saying like for like I really had to think with it, where like for me as a mental health professional, I talk to people about being vulnerable all the time, and like for me I had to like take a like opportunity to take a step back for like, oh, maybe I am alienating some of my male clients because I'm asking them to be like, all right, be vulnerable, show up, and they're like, well, if I show up and be strictly vulnerable, I have nothing. And why would I do that? Because I feel like men are wired to protect themselves. Meaning, I think more women understand what I'm saying, being more vulnerable, being more open, just as you said. But like with men, there's that stunt. And I'll be honest, I kind of started saying that a little bit more about being with my male clients, be emotionally transparent with me.
Yeah.
And I feel like I've been getting a different reaction.
Yeah, because even when you say it like that, I feel a different reaction.
Exactly, and how you even explained it, and the reason why I'm running with this, and the reason why I would love to have T with me too, is I wonder if he feels the same way, because I think when women are telling their men, I want you to be, I want you to be vulnerable, they're really saying, I want you to be emotionally transparent of why won't you tell me this is happening?
Right.
And even fellas, like, the emotional transparency doesn't mean like you're not sharing how you feel. It's just like you can still protect and be a protector, but we got to know how you truly feel on the inside about what you're protecting.
Let's do
Jumping back into it, yeah, where I think the struggle in between like people understanding each other is sometimes with the words that they use, because if your woman is saying being vulnerable, I think maybe she's saying she wants you to be more emotionally transparent, because what you're doing is not showing her any emotion.
Right.
And just because you give up emotion doesn't mean you have to be unprotected, because sometimes being vulnerable, as what the per dictionary says, is like you're not protecting anything. And I think as men, we are wired to want to protect parts of ourselves, but to at least to our partners, we have to be transparent to what we're protecting. So I think that's where I'm at with it.
Yeah.
You know?
No, that makes complete sense. Just because, like you said, men are innate to protect. And I guess it's the same way. Like, I guess, depending on, like, our experiences as women, but I think women could, in some way, be the same way.
Yeah.
And I think more so, if I have been less than transparent, it's been simply to protect what, like, I get self-conscious about what could happen after I say this. Is it going to start an argument? Is it going to hurt their feelings so now we're both hurt?
Yeah.
Is it going to shut them down before we can even go into a place of understanding each other?
Yeah.
I question it, and then I think once I start doing that, I can't be transparent after that, because I'm finding different ways to make it cloudier, if that makes sense, like less clear and less straightforward.
Well, I think the nutrients that we can kind of leave, because I appreciate you just even saying what you have, or it seems like for us to get to the in the middle, the humanizing, the complexity, the empowerment, the guidance. I think men, you should be more emotionally transparent, and if your partner is saying she wants you to be vulnerable, take that as, can I still protect the family,
Right.
and also give my emotions, because you protecting that, it's not giving her an opportunity to go on, or poor choice words, opportunity to like meet you.
Right.
And I think in a family, it's important for your wife, your kids, your friends, your family to see that you have emotions, because men aren't workhorses, women aren't emotional wrecks. Where I say this, sometimes you can't meet logic with logic. Sometimes you can't meet emotion with emotion. Like, or I fucking butchered that. I might cut that out. Sometimes when someone's emotional, you sometimes can't meet that with logic. You have to meet them with your emotions.
Right.
And sometimes when someone's being logical, you have to meet them with logic.
Right.
And I think if your partner is asking you to be vulnerable, they're asking you to be emotional. So meet them with your emotions, with the emotional transparency, because that's going to get you to the goal of ultimately you want to connect. The reason why we ask each other these questions is like, can I be connected to you even in conflict?
Right. I think also just like, where are they going with this? Sorry. I was like responding and still listening. Like in my head, you know? I also think like meeting someone with emotions is being able to ask why.
Yeah.
You know, like if their reaction isn't what you thought it would be, why, asking them, why do you feel that way? You know, and like making a bigger conversation about it, because it could be a pathway into getting to like why they responded that way. You know, a lot of the times when I said my fear is, you know, them being upset versus understanding where I'm coming from, like ask, why is that your reaction? You know, well, I'm mad that, you know, you're making me feel bad because I did this and you feel this way. I was like, no, I'm not trying to make you feel bad. So why is that, you know, get further why and explain and get to the point where it's like we're understanding each other. But it's like, that's a both side thing, because I've been in a place where it's like, you are now upset. So I'm like, well, oh, you're going to get mad now that I just was vulnerable? So I shouldn't have said that, and now I can't protect myself. So now we're going back and forth. But it's just, also I think there's the key in thinking before you respond is very important as well.
No, not what you said, and if I'm being honest with you, what you said is $1 million worth of game, where I think curiosity is lost in these conversations. That ties this all together. Today's episode, trusting yourself, difference between vulnerability and emotional transparency is being able to, you know, do that. And I think if we're putting it all together today, hopefully you guys can at least understand this, and that is, when you're curious about things that are going on inside yourself, it's gonna be much easier for you to question and ask of others, because that's the human experience. That's the complexity of being human. Like, in your dire of needs, can you do the hardest thing to just ask why?
Right.
So I'm curious what Tommy would think about this, but I think, to be honest, I think this is a stellar.
Yeah.
I think this is a stellar bookmark.
Right. I hope. I'm curious about what he says too.
Yes. You know, we're going to ask the question why.
Ask the question why. And I mean, you know, I think toddlers had it right when they kept why. Well, why? Because it's so they can understand, and that's, you know, as adults we're obviously like, why are you, like, stop asking why, stop asking questions. But I think that's when you limit your understanding, when you stop asking questions. So.
Well, if you like what we're doing, like, comment, subscribe. Still rock with us. We are growing, learning, understanding, and we're trying to guide you into the next step of understanding the complex things of being human, because we don't play no games about it. Exactly. So this is a work in progress episode. We are kind of shifting, as you kind of see. We got these chairs. What is it gonna look like next? But this is Robert.
This is Adriana.
And this has been another installment of the Play No Games.
Thanks for having us.